A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, the Divine Masculine is saying that he cannot find another person as the Divine Feminine. I had shared the energy few days back in a channeling session, which was called the DM feels that DF is irreplaceable. So that was the energy. Now, once again, something similar has come up, but here the masculine is describing his feeling towards the feminine in words, and he is also feeling a lot of love because he has learned through practical experience, and his practical experience is very solid. Like when we do theory, when we read something, we go through a literature, we go through some book, some holy book, we just read it. But when it happens to us through experience, we totally and truly understand it, right? This particular channeling also applies to those divine feminines and masculines who got separated and then they moved to another place. In the tarot readings also, sometimes it comes that the masculine, because of the separation, he could not take it anymore, or the pain or the suffering or whatever it was, he wanted to run away, and he thought that if I remain in the same city, I may not be able to forget her, or I may not be able to run away from her properly. So he moves to another city, or in some cases he moves to another country. He maybe takes a job in a new city, or opens up a business, or something like that he does. Okay, so this would also apply to those people. Or else he went out a lot, he did a lot of socializing, he did a lot of parties, he met a lot of people, and he kept thinking that, she's not the one for me and I don't want to be with her. But the more he interacted with other people, the more he indulged in conversations or socialized events or setups, the more he felt that, there's no match of her. So here he's clearly saying, like some of the things that he's saying, that I have not seen such beautiful eyes. He is very poetic. I have not seen such beautiful eyes that are so sacred and so divine. He also feels that he has not met any other woman who is so spiritual. Okay, he is definitely very drawn right now towards her spirituality, because earlier he thought that it's all woo-woo stuff and she's just, what is the spiritual awakening? Maybe they even had a conversation about spiritual awakening, or words like astral projection, or words like soul, afterlife, reincarnation, past lives, or meditation, or this or that. Many things she said while just having a conversation with him. Maybe he gave her a call one day and he asked her, what are you doing? She said, oh, I'm reading something. What are you reading about? I am reading about astral projections. Oh, what is this astral projections? I never heard about it. Okay, so basically you travel, you are in one place physically, but you can travel to many places and you can go here, there and all that. And he goes like, oh my God, that is so funny, that is so stupid, how can that even be possible? Or maybe she talks about some dreams. She says that, I had this dream where we went here, and I had this dream maybe about him. She says, I had this dream about you, that you were in a place like this and you were doing these type of things, and, I was doing this and I was doing that. And few months later, maybe into the separation, some of the things happened to her. Maybe they went for a reading together. They were just going in and out of a mall, and she said, let's sit for a reading. And in the reading, the reader said something. I'm not saying that all readers are saying absolutely correct things, because there was a time when I had also gone to some readers and I still feel bad for myself why I went there. So that's the reason why, I'm also like very careful when I do other people's readings. And those who have taken a reading from me, they know how extensive it is all the time, always. And nevertheless, so, basically for some people, these things are woo-woo stuff. These things are silly things. Like you talk to people about past lives. They say, what is this past life? There is no past life. There's only one life. And also because of the same reason, many people on planet Earth are suffering. especially the ones who are very attached to the body. They think all of these temporary things around them, they are real things. And now that so many deaths are happening, so many famous and popular people are, collapsing, so many nations are collapsing, all these things have also awakened a lot of people. People were not ready to believe. They were not ready to let go. So maybe the masculine is also having some of those experiences, and he's now beginning to think that whatever she was saying was probably right, and whatever I was laughing at her, I look like a fool now in front of her, and she might be laughing at me now. Somewhere, sitting somewhere, she must be thinking what a fool he was. He didn't even believe in all this. I was trying to tell him, I was trying to give him some wisdom, and he laughed at me, he mocked me. So something like that basically has happened. And those who have specially separated during this COVID period or during the lockdown, it's actually a wonderful thing for them, because in the isolation period, the divine masculines and the divine feminines both, they get a lot of time to go within themselves, just in case they were not going within themselves. Like if you read the book Srimad Bhagavad Gita, I don't know how many of you know about it, but I'll still tell you, and you can get the English translated version also, or you can maybe just watch YouTube videos, and there are so many people who share this type of wonderful content online. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita clearly gives all these scientific principles. After this, the divine masculine says for the divine feminine, you're divine, you're spiritual. He is looking at these things as a compliment right now instead of making fun of her. And then he's saying that your face is so bright. Your face glows. It has so much, like we say, there is a stage of illumination, right? So it could be possible that the feminine has reached the stage of illumination. So he feels that this luminous, beautiful face of hers it's like so mesmerizing, so enchanting. In the story of Meera also, so Meera's husband used to give her a very difficult time, and Meera used to be devoted to Lord Shri Krishna. And for a long time he used to think, what is wrong with this woman? What is this? What is these things that she's doing? But when she reached the illumination phase, there used to be a light that used to appear as if it's coming from Meera, and it used to be so blinding that her husband, her Rana, could not even see it properly. He started getting a little scared of her, because obviously he never believed in her. And when he would see such a beautiful light coming out from her, he would be like, am I hallucinating? Am I imagining? Or is it happening for real? And he could not say anything to her at that time. He was always in love with her, but he was more, like controlled by the society, and he was more controlled by his own family members. His elder brother, his sister, all these people used to keep brainwashing him and keep telling him negative things, keep telling him all the stories, cooked up stories about Meera. That she's bringing a bad name to our society, she's doing this, she's doing that, she doesn't respect you, you are her husband, blah, blah, blah. So now the divine masculine in this channeling session, he is complimenting that luminous light that comes out from her, the brightness that he sees in her eyes. Overall, the glow she has, he can see it, He loves her skin so much. He says that I have met so many people, I have gone to so many places, or I went to this new part of the world. I thought maybe there would be someone interesting over here, there would be some beautiful girls over here. But I have not seen anyone like you. In the entire planet, there is no one like you. For me, okay? There could be beautiful women, there could be beautiful men and women in the world. But for me, you are the only beautiful one. And then he says that to the divine feminine that now he's complimenting her physical attributes. But please understand that a man only finds a woman's physical qualities, her eyes, her lips, her hair, her body, or whatever, her fragrance, everything beautiful when he sees the inner beauty. And then we are not talking about random men and all the other men. We are talking about ascensioners, we are talking about twin flamers, we are talking about star seeds. These type of men, they don't easily get trapped by women once they have started awakening. Before their awakening, yes, they get fooled a lot and they get used also because they have something in them also. So these toxic feminines, they want a piece of him. And maybe because of that also he has acted difficult with feminine, or he could not recognize the feminine, because for him the toxic feminine was divine feminine. He could not differentiate between a toxic woman, a karmic, and her. But now he can. So every body part, every physical attribute of hers, he's finding it very cute, very endearing, very, very beautiful, very attractive. Even the way she laughs, or the way she talks, or the way she makes even mistakes, or the way she will say sorry. And those who are not in contact yet, like for those who are in contact, you must already be getting, some of you would be getting compliments, or the DM is constantly saying that, when you were not with me, I used to think about you, how you joked with me, how you said this to me, how you said that to me. So he's sharing all that. And those who are still not in contact, you should also not be negative, or okay, other people are getting contacts, other people are in a relationship. Please understand, I've said this before also, in your heart, if you don't have the love, in your heart, if you don't have the respect, in your heart, if you are constantly living in three-dimensional negative beliefs, you will not see anything changing. Okay, and this is the reason why we also tell you to focus on your career, and we also tell you to focus on your mission. Because if you can change things in your career, mission comes naturally to many people. So when earlier they were trying to do mission work, they used to face a lot of problems, lot of objections, lot of difficulties, lack of resources, lack of money. Many things would happen. They would go through a lot of pain, trouble, but as they keep working on yourself, as they keep working on themselves, the problems don't appear so big. The tensions are not so big, because they change their focus, they change their belief system, they change their mental patterns. And when they change the mental patterns, when those things no longer look like huge problems, then automatically they will start seeing it in their reality. But in case of twin flame relationship or divine masculine, some of the feminines have a very hard time to forgive him. Some of the feminines have a very hard time to forget what he had done to her in the past, because they are still believing, or they are living in that particular reality only, the 3D and hell reality. They are living that again and again, so they are not able to get out of it. So when it changes, even those who are not in contact, the masculine is giving this message out. So you are receiving it as channeling, that he is talking or thinking or reminiscing about his beautiful face, her beautiful giggle, her beautiful laughter, her, the same things that he used to make it very tough on her. Now he calls it small mistakes. Imagine. The same things for which he was running away from her, the same things from which he used to think she's a, weird person, and I don't think I can ever date her, or I can marriage, forget about it. Dating, forget about it. I don't even want to see her again. Now the same things, he calls it cute mistakes, funny things, mischiefs, This is how a lover sees the mistakes of their beloved. They find it mischievous. So now he's saying that, all of that is so unique. Nobody has that. Other than you, nobody has these kind of qualities. Okay. So then he says that, now again, he describes her with, so when people do poetry, when they're in love, they do poetry, they bring out all these expressions of all these statements, comparing their lover with the flowers, comparing their lover with the beautiful rain, comparing their lover with the changing weather, comparing the lovers with the stars, comparing. I'm so sorry, I said complaining. Comparing their lovers with the stars, the moon, the sky, the nature, clouds. They would say, oh, you are so beautiful, just like the beautiful breeze. The cool breeze that flows on my face, you're just like that. The beautiful stars that shine in the night sky, you're just like those beautiful stars, those twinkling stars. Or you are bright as the moon, or you are bright as the sun, and you give me life, and this and that. So he's saying that, just like the rain, like the fresh rain, you are so beautiful, and you are like every weather. So there are two ways you can look at a weather condition. For some people, winters are beautiful, but for some people, winters are annoying. For some people, rain is beautiful. For some people, the rains are annoying. For some people, the summers are amazing. They can wear really short clothes, they can go swimming, they can eat so many things, or they'll have so many cool drinks, lemonades, and this, that. And autumn, as such, some people say it's beautiful when you have so many dry leaves all over the place. The color of the leaves is yellow, and so it depends on you how you look at a weather condition. If you are a negative person, if you are lazy, or if you don't want to do something, or you don't want to go out, then you will use the same weather as an excuse. But if you are a fun person, you'll just take an umbrella and step out in the rain. Similarly, for winters, you'll just wear warm clothes, wear nice boots, you'll have the heater on, and you'll be happy. You'll sit near the fireplace and you'll enjoy it. You'll say, wow, what a beautiful winter it is. I remember, and this is very funny, before doing all this inner work, I used to hate winters. Every time winters used to come, I used to get into another level of dark night, just constantly in the blanket. Only for work I would step out, otherwise I would be like, no, I don't want to go anywhere. And surprisingly, in the past few years, that changed so much. I started enjoying the winters. I would go out even for the rain. I used to feel like, there's this dirt everywhere. There are puddles everywhere. So you become a child again, because in childhood, every weather used to look nice. In childhood, as children, we used to run around the fire if, the family members would light a fire in the night time. Or, we would just snuggle into the blankets. We would make camps and tents inside blankets. Or, we would do all sort of things. In the rain, we would make paper boats, and the same puddle, we would feel it's like a beautiful river, and our paper boat is like a ship, like a ship that is sailing in it. Same for summers, everybody would be so excited. Summers are here, mangoes are here. Now we can wear short clothes. Now we can do this. Now we can do that. We can go for a vacation, blah, 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 we can go to the mountains. So what happens when we grow? When we grow up, we turn into adults, we get so tired, sick and tired of our lives, sick and tired of living like a machine, sick and tired of, all the suffering that we go through, that we forget to enjoy the weather outside. Now, same thing happens with the divine masculine also. Because in all these years, he had not been focusing, he had not been thinking, so he could not see, he could not smell the fragrance of the earth when it rains, he could not smell, and in some cases, the separation is that long, that maybe a year, 2 years of separation goes by, or for some people, it's one whole season where, they don't see each other. So different people go through different things. Don't compare the timeline of the separation. Just understand that he starts, because he also becomes positive. So when he becomes positive minded, he becomes open minded, he starts seeing the beauty around him. And then he is comparing those beautiful things or those beautiful experiences with his feminine, because he feels that she's just like that. She's exactly like that. My feminine, my beloved is just like that. So contact or no contact doesn't matter in this channeling. Whatever your situation is, he is thinking very fondly about the feminine. And again and again, he keeps saying that there is no comparison of you and nobody is like you. Okay. Now, I will tell you one thing. Now, he's also feeling another thing. He is now very hopeful that earlier he had totally given up on her. He was like, no, I can never be with her. It will never be a happy relationship. She is going to torture me. She's going to give me third degree torture all my life. So I might as well be with some other person who will not do that to me. But now he's thinking that no, maybe if it's in my destiny, then I'll definitely be with her, and I am not going to give up on her, because she's the type of person who sticks around with people in their bad times also. She doesn't run away during bad times. When my bad time was there, when I was negative or whatever was going on between us, she never gave up on me. Yeah, he knows that he ran away from her. So now he is like, I want to keep her with me. If I get a chance, if I get an opportunity, I'm going to keep her with me. So it's not just that you are having a one-sided affair in your mind also, where you constantly forgive him, you constantly accept him, you constantly love him, you constantly feel so many things about him. But when it comes to him thinking good about you, you are still very negative in your mind and you still feel that he can never like me, he can never treat me better, he can never do this for me or never do that for me. Now, also I would like to say that there needs to be a reality check also. It could be possible that you are in an abusive relationship or there is some sort of a very negative dynamic playing on in your life. In that case, what you need to do is first you need to focus on yourself and first you need to fix your own life instead of trying to fix the DM. So some of the people who ask me these questions again and again, that why is he not contacting me? I don't know why they ask me on a public platform this question, but I'm still going to answer this for everyone's satisfaction, that you need to focus on yourself first, and these things don't happen overnight. You need to become a woman who can question a man. Are you worthy for me? Is he worthy enough for me? Should he be with me? Or else next time, next step is that she needs to be very sure in her mind that he will only love me. He forgives me, he loves me, he understands me. He is going through those experiences in life. If he has not contacted me, he will contact me soon. You need to have that very strong confidence in your head that he will come back to me, he will say sorry to me, whatever he has promised to me. If in case, he has contacted you and you're talking to each other, everything is going fine, but he made certain commitments to you which he is not living up to, and that frustrates you. So every time you get frustrated, check yourself. That why are you even thinking that, he's going to frustrate you, not doing. You just have a strong belief, leave it to God that he will do it. And I will see it happening. He will bring it to me. Whatever commitment he has made to me, he will fulfill his promise. He is not going to act like a person who does not just keeps saying things, makes promises, but doesn't do it. Now, the reason why these things are not also happening in your life is because you still have inner child wounds, you still have childhood trauma in your childhood. Many times maybe the adults denied you something, they did not fulfill their promises. So those type of wounds are in your heart even now. So forgive those adults also, forgive yourself also. This bitterness, this anger will not help you much. Okay, if you want to shift into a higher state of energy, in a better state of energy, then you need to work on yourself as well. And if, as I said, you feel that your DM got married to someone or he did really bad things to you, he has treated you very badly, then you should know and you should realize that the damage is bigger. So it's better that I first focus on my own self, I do all my healing, I get out of these negative emotions, I become a stable woman first. Okay, and stop living in the fantasies that like there are some YouTube channels, they say attract this person in 5 days, attract this person in 7 days, manifest your lover and blah blah blah. I mean, it sounds very nice and you would love to believe those things, and I would also tell you believe in the positive things, but first do an analysis that why are these negative things even happening, and why am I experiencing these things, why am I going through this type of suffering, where is this suffering coming from, what is the root cause of suffering. And then you will realize that there are many addictive patterns that you also have, there are many negative beliefs that you also have. So focus on yourself, grow your business, create a business, do something nice in life, do something that you love. Only the love of divine masculine is not the only love in the planet, There are so many other things that you would have to do. And automatically your energy will heal, automatically you will shift, you will behave in such a way that he would have no other way but to respect you. No other way. He cannot ignore you after that, because you are not ignoring your own self. And since he is connected with you, the twin flame divine masculine is connected to the divine feminine in such a way that when she heals herself, he automatically can notice it. So if you really love your DM, then chasing will not help. Whether it is mental chasing or it is physical chasing, it doesn't help. Yes, it takes time for some people to even quit physical chasing, like stalking, like writing to them on and off, wishing them on their birthdays and never getting any responses. So all this will stop. But then next step is mentally you stop. And then furthermore step is have strong faith in God. That if He is not shown you signs of fixing, He will fix. Something will happen and God will show him the right path. God will bring him back to me. You need to have that faith. And this type of faith you need to have especially when you're very negative. One day He will come back to me, and hopefully that day will come soon. Because I have that strong faith in my love that I have for Him. So you need to make yourself mentally strong. And obviously the reason why I'm sharing all this is because He is simply mirroring the divine feminine. All the beautiful things that He's saying about her, He's mirroring her. He's able to see it because she's able to see it. And how does she see it? When she sees it, it's with the help of source. It's with the help of devotion. Without devotional energies, without rising, so your frequency will improve. You say your 3D frequency, okay? Then you will go to 4D frequency. Then you'll go to 5D frequency. So when you shift from one frequency to another, you can only do that with the help of source. And this is the reason why we tell everyone in the twin flame journey, stop focusing on what there isn't in front of you right now. Stop focusing on the lack and limitations. Know in your heart that you are abundant. Know in your heart that God is your master, source is your master. And whatever, you are having that desire, first of all, you need to drop that desire. So all those people who are waiting for contact, all those people who are waiting for the DM to change or do this or do that, you still have a very strong desire related to him or related to romantic love. Drop the desire, work on yourself, be an independent woman, and then automatically things will shift for you. Alright? So on this note, thank you so much for being here with me, and one love and peace out.